What? We'll just go in this. And I'll just tow it with us. Can you get on it and we'll tow you there and you can film you meditating on the way there?
Sure.
What could possibly go wrong?
Hi, I'm Becky.
I'm Fraser. We live and work in the Great Bear Rainforest.
Join us while we test new ideas for our guests
And meet up with the amazing people in our community.
Like, I could be in the rafters and say, hey, my name is Fraser. And like, yes, and say, hey, my name is Fraser. My name is Fraser, and I'm getting my O2 tested. Whew.
Hey, Frage.
What's up, buddy?
My name's Tyler.
Hey, Tyler.
Today we're going to be testing your O2, and we're going to do some altitude training.
Fantastic. I've made it up this high. Never fail. So what's the plan for today? Or tomorrow? What's the plan for tomorrow?
We're going to get our balance back in our breathing.
Okay.
And we're going to get out. We're going to get outside. That's where it's powerful. We're going to get out into the trees. We're going to get into the water. We're going to walk the waterfalls. We're going to just use nature as the healer.
All right, sounds good. Amazing.
We're going to use a pulse oximeter to measure your oxygen saturation, so your oxygen available to you in your blood supply. We're going to take your blood pressure and we're going to check on your pulse, because breathing brings balance to all things, including if you have high blood pressure, it'll bring it down.
I got a high blood pressure for sure.
Do you? Okay, we're going to take that pressure down and it will get that balance happening.
All right, let's see what you got.
Okay, so we're going to start off by taking your blood pressure. Give it a minute, it's going to tell us.
What does this mean?
There you go. Okay, so there is our baseline. That's great.
What does that mean?
That means that's really good for your age and your health. 118 over 92. And pulse, so that's wonderful. That's a great, this is our baseline.
Okay. You're telling me I'm super healthy?
To start off, yep, that's not a bad start. That's a very healthy blood pressure. Okay, I'm gonna take a picture of this, just so.
Must be the fact that we're starting the season. It'd be way better if it was an electric outdoor. Do I tell it to you? Perfect. There's a big grizz back there, eh? Big grizzly back there. Got a huge hump on his back.
So our first CO2 tolerance training we're going to get into now, we begin with our every minute of every day rolling wave breath. So feel that air as it's entering through your nostrils. Cooler on the way in, warmer on the way out, drier on the way in, more humid on the way out. And we are human, so your mind is going to want to wander, and that's fine. Just gently continue to try to focus. I have to tell a story while you're focusing, though. That's a part of the concentration. This is where I get you. Fraser is going to be right on this outside, and I'll just kind of be walking on the inside along him as he's going back and forth. Okay. Does that make sense? So normal breath in, normal breath out. Pinch and hold. Start walking. 1, 1,000. 2, 1,000. 3, 1,000. 4, 1,000. Stop. Release. Light but deep breath. Okay, and then just recover from that breath. And you felt that a little bit more on that one, didn't you?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Now we're going to shift it up a little bit more. We're moving up to the phase of altitude training simulation, and we're going to bring that altitude of 4,000 meters right down to sea level. So I'm going to give you this pulse oximeter. Turn it like that. Same idea. I'm not going to count anymore. You are. And you're not going to count seconds. You're going to count steps. And you're going to try for between 12 and 15 paces. So everything's the same, but 12 to 15 paces. Smooth out that breath. Start having a look at that oximeter. Got our drop starting, and then it goes back up.
It was hardly anything this time.
Well, it went to 87.
Yeah, probably.
So I think it already started before you started looking at it, and now you're back into your normal range. So as long as you got below 90 like you just did, all the benefits take place that we were talking about. EPO production and splenic contraction.
And that is hard to do that.
And as you go through this exact exercise, your spleen's going to contract by 20%, sending that surge of highly oxygen-carrying red blood cells into your entire body. Okay, this is huge. It means you're operating on your increased, not only your volume, but your quality of fuel that your body's running on. And this is going to last for about 2 hours before it's fully absorbed back in to the spleen.
You want to pull the crab trap?
Sure.
Through a deep nose breath. We got one rock crab. One rocky for the shoot. Nice. Oh. So what's next?
We're going up to the Cascade room.
Okay.
Where is about some of the freshest air anywhere on the planet. You're breathing in.
Oh, yeah, it's coming off the mountain. It's right beside the waterfall.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Breathing in the waterfall, mist, old growth trees. So we were talking about restoring functional breathing, and the first step in that is to remember that our mouths are for eating and our noses are for breathing. All right, we're created to breathe through that nose. You want to focus on keeping it consistent, because what we tend to do in the beginning, we release too much too soon. So we put a burst out too quickly, and then we feel like we're running out of air before we get to the end of that time. So just keep it consistent all the way through. Let's just put this around you if you're okay with this. And I'm just going to put it around your lower floating ribs.
Sure.
Okay, that's good, just like that. So snug and not restricting, okay? And now take a deep breath through that nose, and you should really be able to feel that 360 breath now, right? All the way around. The idea is that we want to do this rolling wave breath, okay? Like we've been working on. And I'll get the app out again here just so we can go along with it. This is your inhale. On the top, not too high. Transition to the exhale. So in this moment, that's where emotional regulation kicks in, and that's where your ability to respond intelligently rather than react emotionally comes in. Okay? So just go by feel. Every inhale, just feel that cold air on the way in, warmer air on the way out. This is a classic. That just made my whole day right there. 10 times out of 10, I've got 6 people sleeping in that amount of time.
I needed a little nap. That was good.
Okay, now we're on to our next phase, and that's using our breath to connect to land. And what a beautiful spot we have to do that. And what we're going to do together, we're going to take a big breath of air in. And when we do that, we're going to take a breath in, we're going to clench our fists, we're going to curl our toes, and we're going to make ourselves stiff as a board, all right? And as we're creating that tension, we're just taking that moment to focus on where it is in our body long enough so we can get rid of it, all right? Throw it away. Hold it at the top, feel where that tension is, release. And shake that out now. Let's see that shake. Stiff as a board, create that tension, throw it away. Every breath that we take in is a gift coming to us from the trees, right? That oxygen is a gift coming from the algae. Every time we take it in and every time we release, we're giving that gift back, right? The trees are using that carbon dioxide that we're releasing. So this relationship is so much more than just being connected. We're actually helping each other out, and it's that push-pull. So if we're using the exhale to release and to try to get rid of trauma or trapped stress that we've held on for a long time, think about that relationship and just using that leverage a little bit.
That was moving. That's good.
Feel good?
Does feel good.
Good. Okay. This training is so beneficial for free dive training to hold your breath longer without the risk of drowning.
Most of the time I'm quite distracted or all over the place. There's so much going on, and being in the ocean, it's calming and it's so beautiful. You're just present. You're there. Yeah, that was super insightful and calming and enjoyable. So thank you for that.
You're very welcome. Thank you for having me out here to do this.
Well, I think maybe we should get our suits and we'll do some diving. I'd like to say free diving, but maybe some just advanced snorkeling.
Yep.
The kelp.
I love it.
That'd be awesome.
So all we're training today makes it so when we're comfortable in the water and we have that urge to breathe, we know that it's that CO2.
Let's go right to that far point and we'll come back this way.
So much life in here. It's crazy.
Oh man, it's beautiful under there. I got some champagne bottles stored out there.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see if you can recover them.
Deal.